We're up religion. LGBTQ plus Pope versus the Catholic Church grows as 90 leaders sign hate-filled letter calling for a civil war. A collection of 90 Catholic clergymen, scholars, and authors have issued a joint letter addressed to all cardinals and bishops of the Catholic Church, urging them to oppose a recent Vatican document approved by Pope Francis. The document, named Fiducia Supplicans, permits priests to bless same-sex unions, an unprecedented move that has ignited controversy within the conservative Catholic churches. In their letter, the Catholic conservatives argue that Fiducia Supplicans would allow the blessing of what they deemed objectively sinful relationships. They call upon cardinals and bishops to take immediate action, urging them to forbid the application of the document and to request the Pope to withdraw Fiducia Supplicans. They say this document contradicts both Scripture and the universal tradition of the Church. The letter is also accompanied by a public petition with over 20,000 signatories. Signatories of the letter include prominent figures from Catholic institutions from around the United States and worldwide. And they argue for opposing the document, which allows for the blessing of couples, including same-sex unions. This decision has divided opinions, earning praise from reformers and sparking fury from conservatives. However, the Pope apparently stands by his decision. He had raised concerns about America being fundamentally backward, drawing parallels to a critical moment in 1859 when the issue of slavery led to a division and the subsequent Civil War. So, gentlemen, I'm going to say about this document the same thing I said last time with regard to the Catholic Church. It's too little, too late about the document itself. In the sense, the Catholic Church has a long-standing history of putting LGBTQ people to the back of the bus. And it all goes back to someone by the name of Peter Damian in the 11th century that actually made homosexuality and the act, he actually defined the word sodomy and making those acts a mortal sin. I think what we're seeing here, though, is that you're seeing we're seeing a real wrinkle fall again within the Catholic Church. Because first of all, you have these conservative bishops and cardinals who they are supposed to believe in the Pope's infallibility, that the Pope cannot make a mistake. And so therefore the Pope has come out, political or ecclesiastic, or because of doctrine, but he's come out and said that even though you can't marry in the Catholic Church, you can actually bless unions in the Catholic Church. He said something which is good. Again, I still think that's too little, too late, but that's what he's done. But now they're hardliners who, on the one hand, say this individual cannot fail, cannot make a mistake. He is infallible. That is a core tenet of what the Church is about. But yet they want to go on to say he made a mistake and that this has to be taken away. This represents a real split within the Roman Catholic Church, which we have seen has led to Protestantism. It's led to
Methodist.
It's led to the Church of England. It's led to a million other things. Will that happen today? I mean, who knows?
Hopefully.
I just want to know how many of these two-faced queens, clergy, also happen to be homosexuals themselves in their elegant gowns. I'm just curious because we all know, please, I have an ex who is a Catholic priest.
Oh.
So we all know how that works.
Yes.
Stop fooling yourselves.
And don't forget their hats.
So
like they say, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh, miter. Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm sorry, Jamal. Go ahead.
I just really, I extend my heart to Catholic people who are homosexual, and this is validation for them. This means a lot to them. people who believe in this, who follow these traditions, you know. I pray that, you know, some good comes out of, you know, this, I guess, this dissemination, this crumbling of sorts that's happening for their sake. Because as for me and my house, we don't give a fuck. Like,
We have zero.
We have
left to give.
zero. I haven't, well, I didn't grow up Catholic, but I grew up in the church, and I grew up Jehovah's Witness as well.
Oh, dear.
And and, you know, growing up that way, you know, there's a veil. There's like a heaviness that you carry from being conditioned to believe that you are evil, you are bad, you carry a lot of shame, you carry a lot of guilt. So me extending my heart is like, you are okay. You don't have to accept blessings and unions from people who do not want you or who do not want you to be a part of their organization or whatever they have going on. Because one of the things that my spiritual mentor always says is that you will come in contact with people who will love you far beyond the people of your past. So I just really pray for those people. Because I mean, I know a lot of other people are okay, but I really extend my heart to them.
You know, I grew up Catholic, and I still am Catholic, and I'm very gay, and I'm very happy. And my parents never made me feel any other way. You know, my grandmother was very, very religious, church every Sunday, but it was never an unwelcomed environment. So if there was ever a theme or something going on in the church that maybe I didn't understand or I felt displaced, you know, from a certain community, my family always protected me. So I thank them that I was brought up with a really great group around me, and my heart, like you said, goes out to those who didn't have that. I think I'm 35 now, and I've recently found my love for religion again, and that's kind of making my own rules, you know, with it. But I think that this is a win for the Catholic Church. I also think it's a little too late. So for me, it's touch and go a little bit, you know. Sorry, you gave me that look. I was like, let me just go. I almost, well,
didn't give you a look?
No, the good look, like that say something
okay.
look. And I was like, I'm
yeah.
deciding whether or not I should share this.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me share this.
And I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
I think
of
we all do. You know, this is just exposing the hypocrisy of the Catholic Church, specifically larger religion and organized religion in general. You know, I think that this schism, let's just use that word, is going to probably play out around the world, and certainly here in America, much like politics are playing out. Inner city churches, inner city parishes tend to be more open to LGBTQ plus congregants, while, you know, the farmer mice, the country mouse, tends to be a little bit more virulently against us. And I think that's going to break out in parishes, in churches. And while this debate, you know, continues to divide society, I expect it will accelerate, or at least help maintain the speed of which organized religion just continues to crumble, you know, into like collapse on itself like a dying star.